Hello, and welcome to this quick overview of Refractive's Drive Permissions tool. This G Suite administration aid allows you to discover which external email accounts have documents shared with them from any Google Drive user on your domain. You can also identify any documents shared publicly, so anyone can access them, and those shared to all users across your domain. Administrators have the option of running the sync anytime they wish, as often as they like. I'm here in this test account on our refractive2.net domain. This is a list of the email accounts which have documents shared with them from within this test domain. You'll notice at the moment that there are no refractive.test accounts which have documents shared with them at the moment. So if I come over here to Drive, I can share some of these files to some of these refractive test accounts. So I'll select these documents, click Share, and I'll just select this refractive.test4 domain and go through the normal process. And there we have it. If I click on this interestingly titled invasive cats document, you'll notice this is now shared with test4 and refractive. So coming back to the Drive permission interface, when I click the sync button, I get two options. Reset all data, essentially there's a wipe of all the data gathered in previous syncs, but if I leave this blank, it just checks for changes since the last sync. I can choose to receive an email when the sync is completed, here if I think it's going to take some time. So in this case, I'll do a complete reset, but I won't receive an email just to make it easier, and I'll go ahead and click Start. So Drive Permissions now looks at the sharing rights for any of my users' documents to see which are shared with any external email address. Good, so once it's complete, I now see a list of email addresses which have documents shared with them from within my domain. Now you can see that the refractive test account here has appeared in the list because documents have been shared with them since the last sync. I can click on a particular recipient email address and see which documents are shared with them. So this Amanda.Fisher, for instance. I can choose to open the document here to see its contents and decide which documents, if any, should be shared with that address. So I can either select these individual documents and unshare them, or I can just say that no documents should be shared with this particular address. Alternatively, if I come back to the list of accounts, I can select one or more accounts and completely remove all documents which are shared with them. I can select some accounts like this, and I can unshare them here. Now, if I do this for this refractive test account here, click on this box, click Unshare Users, and it tells me how many documents are shared with this particular account, and I'll go ahead and change the sharing rights for those documents which are shared with that account. I'm coming back over to Drive. You'll notice this is a document we were looking at before. Drive still thinks that it's shared with that account, but if I just do a quick page refresh just to force Drive to check the permissions on that, this is a document here. You'll notice it's no longer shared with that refractive test 4 account. Another way to do the unsharing is effectively to select multiple accounts. So let's say I wanted to stop sharing with anybody on the refractive 5 account. So all I need to do is do a quick search in the filter box. I'll find all those accounts on the refractive 5 domain, select all of them, click on share, and immediately all documents shared with this particular domain are now no longer shared with it. So this powerful tool makes it easy for administrators to understand who has access to which documents and immediately change the sharing rights en masse for all accounts.